Just about time to eat.
so strong, hardly anything will dent it. But I have just the solution for that. There are 3 pylons set up around the area. Starting one of these up makes you a conduit. Long story short, that means you're full of juice. Juice that pumps from you right into that robot shield. You'll need all 3 active to down it. Good luck. Hope you fare better than I did.
Clean up this. Nothing seems clean. Miles don't get them, the rest will. Here's some new clothes. It's getting really muddy. Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation. Stay away! This is mine! I found it first. Now the world has gone to shit. The rich gonna be poor, and the poor gonna be rich. Those raiders been snooping around? Getting so sick and tired of those thorn bushes. This place has a lot of potential. Need some new clothes. Getting really muddy. We're all over. Building this place like this constantly. Clean up this. Fix that. It never seems to end. So sick and tired of those thorn bushes. Gotta wait a whole nother hour for that food room. those raiders come snooping around.
Last night I had to shoot a barrel pool in my pajamas. How I got into my pajamas, I'll never know.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Bada bing, bada boom.
We really need to clean up around here. It's just about time to eat.
saw the flares. They're all gone, huh? Was there anything I can take back to their families? What did you find? Please, tell me. That belongs to Miles. I can't say I'm sad he's gone, but... What did you find? Please, tell me. That was Rob's. A friend of mine. They were an ass, but always had my back. What did you find? Please, tell me. Hey, that belongs to Rebecca. If there was no body, she might still be alive. There's a chance. Here's a little something for going out of your way. Can't...
directions. Hello? Anybody? Ah, a voice! Oh, yes. I remember that voice. You're here! So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. I promise or let's just get you inside first, okay? That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem. Just scan the hand once you've got time's a ticking. Chop, chop. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand.
You're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. I'm a bit too busy for that, but someone inside would be very happy to answer all of your questions. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
Vault 63 has lasted this long. Always thinking.
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You're a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind.
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault-Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. In words, no. But I could feel your heart leap at the promise of our joint triumphs to come. You cannot hide these things from me, I'm afraid. Now, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help to answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it. So curious. I love your enthusiasm. I knew I was right about you.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
What would Cassie do?
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us? It's been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change.
This research and science and discoveries and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stolz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And yet you ended up here. That's good. Means you can follow orders. I say jump, you say how high. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you could fill me in on your history.
Science and discoveries and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and... I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76 for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions.
I miss research and science and discoveries and news.
Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on
I
our
miss how it
situation.
was before.
Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified.
The new animal.
That is correct to a degree.
Good for eating.
Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. That's fine. What is it? Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of
A number.
clearly fresh
An
air.
earthquake for one. A series of unidentified electromagnetic events for another. When the earthquake hit and the storm took shape, we were informed of a surge of energy near the proper end. This likely... Interesting. Were these different times, I'd be tempted to weaponize such a thing. Yes, significant. Additionally, perhaps most concerning though, is this has led to an increase in the number of... Very well. 63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls
These
won't be a
jumpsuits
problem,
don't leave much room
will
for
it?
expression.
Understood. Anything else? Good. Is there a reason you're loitering in my office?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us. You know.
Need something? These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a... Tell me, are we our brains?
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, and in the eyes of others, how? Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of bare...
A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet. Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly... You're going to face a... Thank you. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one. Take a moment to relax. And once again,
There was a landslide around the mansion?
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Alright. In order to solve this error, we'll need... If only it were that. The safe can only be opened with a key. A key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, I'm concerned for my wife's privacy. Her notes could include audit reports and other sensitive information. While it means nothing to a stranger like you, it could sow discord in our vault. I'd rather not have files go missing or rumors spreading. You understand, don't you? You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
This research, science, discoveries, and news. Screw it.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storm.
Tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, for the accidents.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know,
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's
It's been a
refreshing.
long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Need something?
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her!
Very well. But I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate a stranger manhandling your spouse. This arrangement is in her best interest. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. Yes. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks.
Make it
Just
quick.
To get a breath of barely fresh air.
I've been spread thin dealing with... I can tell you're equipped. There are 3 in particular who often... There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely... They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. In the meantime, I have other matters I need...
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security seems to be working.
How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
You need something?
Have you heard about... Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here?
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news.
Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing...
I miss how it
Yeah,
was before.
there's things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my
Shame we
arm,
don't have the
too.
workforce to
And,
spruce this place up.
Someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah... Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened. Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm? What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, you know, condition? It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? You can get to... There's also a... Good luck.
Good luck down there.
And then I saw... Do you mind?
Yeah, people who
You can get to the lower levels? There's also a... Or was there some...
Too much room for expression. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
Don't you be starting a tank around here.
can get to... There's also a stairwell down. Or was there something else? Clear the infestation? Did you have any questions? Alfie was a good...
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else?
These jumpsuits don't leave. Welcome back. How are things going? Unsettling. We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you? Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're all right.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know? You reckon that storm's gonna Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else? Been a long time since we had a good community gathering. He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it, especially having to work. Welcome back. Yeah. Thanks again for all that.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get away.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
You're back. Well, with that out of the way, like dealing with the chaos. I don't suppose that... Looks like I may have to check in with our custodian, Johnny, later. He usually hears a thing or two, though I'd much rather people come to me than having to resort to gossip mills. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find some sure. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you. Now that you've proven yourself here, the emergency alert, as I understand, it would appear she's gonna get to the lab. She and with the tram tunnel. If Hilda was able, be prepared for them. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
He felt the whole boat shaking about that. Security said he was worried about her.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Huh? What'd you say?
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression. The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
miss research, science, discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before. I miss research, science, discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Probably start planning Alfie's funeral.
Looking for someone? You reckon that storm is gonna get worse? Better.
That storm was gonna get worse or better?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up.
I miss research and science, discoveries, and you.
I could use some... I believe you have something for...
Miss how it was before.
Did I ask you to snoop around in our personal affairs? That was and is none of your business. Forget the petty gossip and focus on the task at hand. Am I making myself clear to you? Now, the blueprints. Have you found them yet? It is a step, yes.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Well, they're no good. Go deliver them to me. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. I'm happy to hear. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in it. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved?
Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition. What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our,
Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so?
After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you. And you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
To get a breath of barely fresh air.
I could use some help over here.
Surface, and nobody wants to know us because of our, you know. He felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was
What brings you back again?
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Ghosts don't leave much room for expression.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Hello. Oh, hello again. Didn't expect to see you here. Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? You will? Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is he's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. I wonder if I could use... Oh, and then we could... Oh, I should write this down.
Like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix Serum Alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the Lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up. need to make your way back into the caverns outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom gill. Oh, and those caves...
should write this down. You're back. Did you find everything? Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that... I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Take your time. Not like I'll be going anywhere. I should write this down.